The story of Savitri Vrat, which falls on the day of Jyeshtha Krishna Amavasya, which is very popular among married women, is as follows. There was a king of Bhadra country, whose name was Ashwapati. King Ashwapati of Bhadra country had no children. He offered 1 lakh oblations daily along with chanting mantras for the attainment of children. This sequence continued for 18 years. After this, Savitri Devi appeared and gave a boon that, Rajan, a bright girl will be born to you. Because of being born by the grace of Savitri Devi, the girl was named Savitri. The girl grew up very beautiful. Savitri's father was sad because of not getting a suitable groom. He himself sent the girl to find a groom. Savitri started wandering in Tapovan. There lived King Dumatsan of Salva country, because his kingdom had been snatched by someone. Seeing his son Satyavan, Savitri chose him as her husband. When Rishiraj Narad came to know about this, he reached to King Ashwapati and said, "O king, what are you doing? Satyavan is virtuous, pious and also strong, but his age is very short, he is short-lived. He will die only after a year." King Ashwapati was deeply worried after listening to Rishiraj Narad. When Savitri asked her the reason, the king said, "Daughter, the prince you have chosen as your groom is short-lived. You should make someone else your life partner." On this Savitri said that, "Father, Aryan girls marry their husbands only once. The king orders only once and the Pandits promise only once and Kanyadan is also done only once." Savitri started being stubborn and said that I will marry only Satyavan. King Ashwapati married Savitri to Satyavan. As soon as Savitri reached her in-law's house, she started serving her mother-in-law and father-in-law. Time eloped. Narada Muni had already told Savitri about the day of Satyavan's death. As the day approached, Savitri grew impatient. He started fasting 3 days in advance. Ancestors were worshipped on the fixed date mentioned by Narada Muni. Like every day, Satyavan went to the forest to cut wood, accompanied by Savitri. After reaching the forest, Satyavan climbed a tree to cut wood. That's why his head started getting severe pain. Satyavan, distraught with pain, got down from the tree. Savitri understood her future. Keeping Satyavan's head in her lap, Savitri started caressing Satyavan's head. Only then Yamraj was seen coming there. Yamraj started taking Satyavan with him. Savitri also followed him. Yamraj tried to convince Savitri that this is the rule of law. But Savitri did not agree. Seeing Savitri's loyalty and devotion to her husband, Yamraj said to Savitri that, "O goddess, you are blessed. Ask any boon from me." 1. Savitri said that my father-in-law and father-in-law are forest dwellers and blind, you give them divine light. Yamraj said that it will happen like this. Go back now, but Savitri kept following her husband Satyavan. Yamraj said, "Devi, you go back." Savitri said, "God, I have no problem in following my husband. It is my duty to follow my husband." Hearing this, he again asked her to ask for another groom. 2. Savitri said, "Our father-in-law's kingdom has been snatched away. Get it back again." Yamraj also gave this boon to Savitri and said, "Now you go back." But Savitri kept going back and forth. Yamraj asked Savitri to ask for a third boon. 3. On this Savitri asked for a boon of 100 children and good fortune. Yamraj also gave this boon to Savitri. Savitri said to Yamraj that, "Lord, I am a devoted wife and you have blessed me to be a son." Hearing this, Yamraj had to spare Satyavan's life. Yamraj meditated and Savitri came near the same banyan tree where her husband's dead body was lying. Satyavan came to life and both happily went towards their kingdom. When both of them reached home, they saw that the parents had attained divine light. Thus Savitri Satyavan continued to enjoy the happiness of the kingdom till eternity. Therefore, according to Savitri's piety, first start other methods along with proper worship of your mother-in-law and father-in-law. By observing Vat Savitri fast and listening to this story, if there is any kind of crisis in the married life of the fasting person or the age of the life partner, then it is averted.